Pokemon. They have been around for ages, some even being around since the very beginning of time itself. With time passing, some Pokemon have died off and become fossils in the process. In the main series Pokemon games, however, there are fossil machines that can bring these Pokemon back to life in fighting and in tip-top shape. With that being said, some of these fossil Pokemon are incredibly powerful, and today, I want to point out how strong they can be with the top 5 strongest fossil Pokemon. How I will be ranking these Pokemon will come from the Smogon battling format because I think you guys already know by now that me and VGC don't like each other very well. I usually consider in-game viability as well, but with most of these fossils only being obtainable late game, I'm just going to scratch that in today's video. So now since you guys have a general idea of how they're going to be ranked, let's hop in the time machine, the fossil machine, let's go back in time. Oh yeah, they're restored. We don't need to. No, damn it. Bad joke. Let's start. Go. Just go. I remember in the Pokemon anime when Ash fought against Rourke and his Cranidos, and it evolved into Rampardos mid-battle. Talk about bad luck. Speaking of bad luck, Rampardos is number 4 on this list because of its luck. What? How do you ask? Look at its attack stat. It has one of the highest attack stats for any Pokemon. But Mystic, how is that bad luck? Well, look at its speed, and there you go. That's the problem. I will acknowledge it has a decent move pool, and it still has one of the highest attack stats, but the speed really makes it lackluster. But hey, I mean, Rampardos still makes number 5 in my eyes, having one of the highest physical attack stats, so that has to stand for something. Hey there, Archeops! Flying happily, I see. Looking at its stats first glance, you would be amazed with how great it is. I mean, look at its attack, special attack stat, and speed stat, all 100 plus. Like, that's incredible. Archeops also has pretty powerful attacks for both of its typings of rock and flying, starting off early and late levels, TMs included. You look at this Pokemon and must think, what could possibly be wrong with it? Look at it a little bit more carefully. Oh. Defeatist. When the HP of a Pokemon with Defeatist falls below 50%, its attack and special attack stats are halved. Aw, If you can keep its HP raised above half, it's a great Pokemon. Its excellent stats help it outclass other fossil Pokemon, and even with this ability, it's still in the top 5, so that's still pretty impressive. Please don't punish me, oh great one. I am sorry I couldn't put you at the number 1 slot. Number 3 though is the god Pokemon itself, Lord Helix. Omastar, despite it being labeled as a god, isn't exactly a god tier Pokemon, but it definitely is a step above most of the other fossil Pokemon on this list. It doesn't exactly have the greatest speed, but that's honestly not a big deal because it gets access to the ability Weak Armor and the attack Shell Smash, which raises the speed, attack, and special attack by 2 stages, but it lowers the defenses by 2 stages. Weak Armor can also help with its speed by getting hit by a physical attack, lowering its defense by 1, and raising its speed stat by 2. So there are plenty of ways to raise Omastar's speed. Add those bonuses to its already great special attack stat with its decent move pool, and you got yourself a pretty decent fossil Pokemon. Though it may be NU, you can still pull off a sweep with this thing, set up Shell Smash and give it a wider but to take away the stat decreases from it, and you're set. Its speed won't be the greatest after 1 Shell Smash, but I am sure you could still do decent with it one way or the other. Good luck and Helix bless. I love the fact that I can talk about this Pokemon on the list. I love dinosaurs and I love Tyrantrum. This dino monster was a blessing for Generation 6, giving it early access in Kalos and the fact that it's a shredder in competitive. Yeah, I literally mean shred because it has the ability Strong Jaw, giving it a 1.5 times boost in its bite attacks, and it also has Rock Head, so moves like Head Smash won't give it recoil. With this, on top of the massive attack stat with Dragon Dance, you got yourself a wrecking dinosaur. Honestly, I feel that Tyrantrum should actually be higher than RU. I feel it should be borderline, but I guess there are fairy types out there and that can be scary. But still, Tyrantrum is extremely powerful and in my eyes, easily one of the most powerful fossil Pokemon. Even with its Mega Evolution, Aerodactyl is still the strongest fossil Pokemon, and I mean that a lot. Aerodactyl has great stats and is a really fast physical attacker. There are a few roles Aerodactyl can fill, whether it being a physical attacker or a suicide lead setting up rocks with a Focus Sash. It also gets access to the ability Rockhead, and as I said earlier, that ability makes it so the Pokemon doesn't take recoil damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't have access to Head Smash, but there are still other attacks it can use that are almost just as good. What makes it number 1 though is its Mega Evolution, and it even gets some defense buffs. Its Mega Mega Evolution easily boosts Aerodactyl to the number 1 spot, and on top of that too, it's the only fossil Pokemon to receive a Mega Evolution up to this point, so it makes sense why it's here. I don't think I really have to explain any further. Aerodactyl is a very formidable Pokemon, and I can say, with the utmost respect and gratitude, that Aerodactyl deserves to be number 1 on this list. Well, those are the top 5 strongest fossil Pokemon. All of these Grandma and Grandpa Pokemon all have their own special abilities, along with great stats and move pulls that make fossil Pokemon worth having around and machines having. I also hope we get some new fossil Pokemon in the future as well. Gen 8 is around the corner, so a lot of things are possible. What do you guys think though? Do you think there are more powerful fossil Pokemon? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream a lot of Pokemon content such as shiny hunting, Nuzlocke, and other kinds of challenge methods for Pokemon. Want to support me further and gain cool perks? Check out my Patreon. Kephius did, and I wanted to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon, and I will see you in the future for some more awesome Pokemon content.